Hey everybody, my name is Tribal Instincts, and today I am checking out Mighty Monster Mayhem. Mighty Monster Mayhem is a smash 'em up. You play as an alien invader trying to destroy the human race and accomplish objectives. It has a single-player game where you have a set of 4 objectives that you have to accomplish before time limit runs out. You also have health, where you are trying to stay alive while the human defenders, these little tiny creatures, are trying to stop you from just destroying everything. What's wrong with them? Now, of course, they don't have too much of a chance because you are able to jump from building to building by just hurling yourself across the entire arena. You're able to tear down the buildings by making sure that you remove completely arbitrary weak points that are designated throughout a building. But once you get those typically 4 weak points, the entire building collapses and everybody inside of it dies, and you get millions of points. It's also sometimes very, very critical for you as the invading alien to destroy mailboxes. That was one of my objectives. Destroy 10 mailboxes. I mean, sure. All right, so jokes aside, this game actually was a lot of fun. The single-player mission, that's fun. You know, it's somewhat casual. You're just running around destroying things, but it is still fun. The multiplayer was actually a lot of fun. Raise your hands if you're ready. Hands raised. Hands raised. You guys look ridiculous. We all look so stupid. All right. That's great. Let's go. I got 4 players with me. I had Turbo Gaming Xeon, as well as a newcomer to VR in general. His name is Owen. Thank you guys so much for playing. We got into a multiplayer game where the goal is just to destroy as much as you can, rack up as many points as you can, and whoever has the most points wins, naturally. That was a lot of fun. There were some issues with it. Before we get into those, though, let me just say that it was very enjoyable. The single player and the multiplayer, the game is really no different between the two except for the objective. One of them is to accomplish objectives. The other one is just to get as many points as you can. Anyway, the gameplay itself, though, is a lot of fun. You're jumping around. You're ripping things out of buildings. You're hurling cars. You're jumping through the air and catching helicopters as you're flying. Very difficult, by the way. And that is a lot of fun. It really, really is. I had a blast doing it. Now, the issues, however, come into play in the FPS side, which it is a problem right now. And even with my pretty strong computer, I was able, or I dropped frames whenever buildings started coming down. It wasn't too bad for me, to be honest with you. I actually have no nausea after the game whatsoever, but during it, the frame drop was annoying. Okay, it did cause some problems, but it wasn't huge. But at the same time, if you get nausea easily, like I used to, yeah, as it is right now, even the single player has some frame dropping. I probably wouldn't pick this up. My boyfriend Owen has only had VR now for 2 days, and he's uncomfortable. I feel bad for him. Apart from that, one of the core game mechanics has you reaching your hand into a building, twisting while pulling out to kind of pop out a piece of the building. I like the idea, however, the execution wasn't always solid. The triggers is the same way that you use to move around, similar to climbing where you're just grabbing things and pulling yourself around. A lot of fun, loved it. However, whenever you try to reach in, grab something and pull, a lot of times the game would think that you're just trying to move yourself around. And so that cost a lot of this motion to try to get it right. You'd oftentimes move yourself around, or you would just grab nothing at all and nothing would happen. So that needs some work as well. It wasn't perfectly polished on that. Towards the end, I did sort of get the feel of it a little bit more, and I was able to have a higher success rate. But still, for one of the core game mechanics, that really should be buttoned on. One of the most disappointing things for me was that this game broke its mixed reality implementation, meaning that it could have supported mixed reality. I was able to get it to show up, but it didn't always work right. For example, the people's, or the monster's hands and also the people, they actually didn't show up where it would have shown in front of my body. So everything would have been behind me, just a few objects in front of me. So it just completely ruined that. So very, very sad and disappointed about that. And on top of that, at one point, whenever I tried enabling the mixed reality, my entire game just crashed, right? So not great. That really probably shouldn't impact most people's buying decisions. It made me sad because I wanted to see it, because this would have been awesome in mixed reality. Now I've messaged the developer for each one of these cases. I will let you guys know if he comes back with a positive saying that he's going to be fixing or addressing any of these. This game is not in early access, okay guys? So as it is right now, this game is technically done. So he's under no obligation to stick around. Like, this isn't even marketed as early access, so he's saying that this is a complete game. Whether or not he's going to stick around and fix these issues, which most developers do these days, right? And even if they release a game, there's patches that come out to fix these issues. This is the launch day, okay? So I am giving this game the benefit of the doubt. Now, if the developer comes back to me and says, "No, guys, I'm done. This is it," then no, that that would completely turn me off, and I would not recommend to anybody to buy this game. I'm really hoping that that's not the case. I'm recording this now. I won't have a chance to update the recording later on, so check the description below. I will drop a comment if he responds, and if he does, what his response is. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please, if you're interested in playing some of these games with me in the future, jump into the Discord. I've dropped a link in the description to a Discord that I've set up, and that's actually where I sourced the players for this game. And I got some keys from the developer to do it. So if you're interested in playing some VR games with me, or if you just want to hang out and even have the chance, all right, there are no promises for getting some of these multiplayer keys whenever I have some to give out to get multiplayer games started so I can record them, drop it in the Discord. I'm in there all the time now. I would love to see you guys and talk with you and hang out. But that's it. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this, please hit the like button below. If you didn't like it, hit the downvote button and tell me what I can do to make them better. And if you want to see more, hit subscribe and the bell icon, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.